Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Gaming Info here, back with another video about the NBA, where today I will start a new mini-series discussing my expectations for all 30 NBA teams for this upcoming season. The videos will definitely be spread out and might go well into the season. Nonetheless, I will start with my favorite team, the Philadelphia 76ers. Last year, the 76ers won 51 games, getting eliminated in the second round to some man named Kawhi Leonard. But apparently, he hit some big shot or something in the playoffs. I don't know. But yeah, very disappointing loss for the Sixers last year, especially after the midseason trades they made to acquire Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris. This season, they signed Al Horford and traded for Josh Richardson, as well as drafted Matisse Thybulle. Those are definitely improvements to their roster over what they could have potentially had if Jimmy Butler left in free agency. I think the most important part to their success in the season, the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. Ben Simmons has been known to not even be willing to take a jump shot, and that has seriously affected the 76ers title hopes, and it's really lowered their ceiling as a team. I do not expect them to be the number one team in the conference. I think that will go to the Milwaukee Bucks once again, but I do expect them to improve upon their record of 51 games last year. Somewhere around 56 wins for them is a good mark. That's right about where I'd expect them to be. It'll be interesting to see how they work out the Joel Embiid Al Horford dynamic. Both big men can somewhat spread the floor, although it might clog up the paint. Maybe Al Horford will be playing a lot more catch and shoot than he did in Boston and Atlanta, but that is up for Coach Brett Brown to decide. Brett Brown, he, in my opinion, is an underrated coach. I think his impact on the team has been somewhat overlooked, especially after the years of him coaching during the process in which the team sucked every year. I think he is a pretty good X's and O's coach. The team that could get in the 76ers' way are the Milwaukee Bucks. They are definitely the biggest competitors to the 76ers right now in the East. The Raptors definitely fell off after losing Kawhi Leonard. It'll be interesting to see how the Sixers do handle Giannis. I don't know who guards him. Ben Simmons probably did the best job out of all the Sixers of guarding him, but still wasn't really able to neutralize Giannis. I think they could potentially do what the Raptors did last year and building a wall to keep him away from the rim. But like I said, just like with Ben Simmons, if Giannis develops a jump shot, that's not really a good strategy. You gotta guard him. You gotta guard him everywhere, not just at the paint. And that'll definitely be a challenge. Don't expect the Nets to really contend with the Sixers. Obviously, they do have Kyrie Irving, but like we saw last year, Kyrie Irving is clearly not enough for a team to win. The Celtics could put up a fight. I could see that happening, but I don't think the roster improved. I think the loss of Marcus Morris, Aaron Baines, and obviously Kyrie was pretty big. They did get Kemba, but if the Celtics want to make any improvement over last year, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have to take a big step forward. I think some dark horse contenders in the Eastern Conference that could contend with the Sixers are, like I said, the Nets. I think the Heat with Jimmy Butler. If they make a move before the trade deadline or something to bring in a player like Bradley Beal or maybe a veteran like Marc Gasol, I think that could be really good for them. I think the Raptors could be good depending on what kind of step Pascal Siakam takes. So yeah, in the West, I think they'd match up pretty well with the Golden State Warriors. They don't really have a good defensive big man. So Joel Embiid and even Al Horford could probably have their way with them down low. The Rockets too don't really have a great body to put up against Joel Embiid or Al Horford. Clint Capella can do something, but don't think he's enough. The Lakers obviously have Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and DeMarcus Cousins, depending on if he comes back or not. And for him, for the Lakers, they actually could put up a fight against the Sixers front court, which would be interesting to see. I think the Clippers are definitely the best team that matches up with them. Montrezl Harrell is a beast. They have other players too that could potentially stand up. JaMychal Green. Who else do they have? They have Ivica Zubac. They have a couple guys down there that could potentially have their way with the Sixers. Now, what I see with the Sixers right now is a potential 3 All-Star lineup. I could see Ben Simmons being an All-Star again this year, depending on, like I said, the improvement of his jump shot. Joel Embiid, obviously. And Tobias Harris or Al Horford. Now, I don't know how those 3 players will mesh on the court. They're obviously all pretty ball dominant. Maybe Al Horford a little less, but Simmons and Embiid expect the ball, and Tobias Harris with his pick and roll. Josh Richardson is definitely a good addition, but the loss of J.J. Redick, they don't have any shooting as far as I can tell. I mean, Josh Richardson and Al Horford are the only good shooters at their position, and then again, none of them are even close to what J.J. Redick was for the Sixers. Overall, I expect the 76ers to advance to the finals, beating the Bucks in the conference finals. I think they will... Well, no. I'll say who they'll play. Well, I think I already stated, but things might have changed with DeMarcus Cousins' injury. But I believe that they will advance to the finals. I don't think the Bucks have what it takes to advance to the finals this year anyway. And yeah, those have been my impressions and expectations for the Philadelphia 76ers. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm glad you all enjoyed.